Hello everyone. So today we are going to cover this part. So let me highlight from here to here, this one from here to here. Today we will do this topic. Okay. So let me start that one. First we will do the 2-tier, 3-tier architecture. After that we are going to do the span and leaf. So we have three types of architecture generally. Whenever you want to design the network in the production network or in the enterprise network, we can do in three ways. First method, we have the 3-tier architecture. Let me write here, let me take this board. We have three types of architecture. First one, generally what we are using in the enterprise network is, first one is, that is a 3-tier architecture. This is most popular and many organizations are using this one. This one we are using generally in the enterprise network and in the big organization. And if the organization is small, then we are using the 2-tier architecture. So you need to remember, this is a three types of architecture we are using. One we have the 3-tier, one we have the 2-tier, and one we have the span and leaf. So we are going to see the span and leaf also. Let me write here, span and leaf. Generally this one we are using in the data center. So whenever you are designing the network, designing means before implementation we will do the design. We will write in the paper, we will make the design, maybe we will use the AutoCAD. AutoCAD guy is going to help us. We need to roughly draw in the paper, then give to the AutoCAD guy, or we can do the design in the Visio, like how our network will be, how many switches, how many router we can connect. But generally in the big organization we will have the consultant and we have the support. They will do everything and they will set up and they will hand over to us. In the big organization we have the consultant companies are there. They are going to prepare everything and they are going to show us. We are going to approve. After that they are going to implement that one. They are going to order the devices from Cisco. Everything they will do, they will show us and they will hand over to us, so we can maintain that one and we will have the support from the Cisco. So but imagine if you are working in any organization, they are not using consultant, they want you to design, then we need to remember we have three, we can do architecture, that is we can design in three way. We have 3-tier architecture, 2-tier architecture, span and leaf. So this one we can use in the enterprise network, or a small organization or big organization, and this one also we can use in enterprise network. But this is if the organization is small or they don't have budget to spend more money on the devices, so we will go for this one, that is a 2-tier. We are going to check what are the difference between the 2-tier and 3-tier architecture. And we have the span and leaf. This one is for the data center. We have the data center, in that one we are going to use this one. So we are going to check the difference between them. Now. First we will go for 3-tier architecture. So if you remember, before we told whenever we go for any organization, we will have the ISP. ISP is going to connect to our internet and he is going to do that one. We already we already discussed that one. So we have the layer 3 switch or router which is connecting to the ISP. So imagine, I will give you high level, then we will go in the detail. First I will give you little high level. After that we are going to do about the detail about that topic. So in that 3-tier architecture, what we will have the 3 layer, that is 3 layer. Some guys are saying for this name also another name, we have one more name here. Instead of saying 3-tier architecture, we can say 3 layer also here. So don't confuse. If anyone asks you 3-layer or 3-tier architecture, both are same. And here instead of saying 2-tier, they can say 2-layer architecture. So both are same. If they say 2-layer or 2-tier, 3-layer, 3-tier, both are same. But maybe you will confuse, you will think OSI model is having that 7 layer, so maybe you are thinking from that layer. So this is separate, this is separate thing, this is separate thing. You should not confuse, you should not mix this one. Okay, this is separate thing and this is the architecture is separate thing. So what I am saying here, first we will see 3 tier architecture or 3 layer architecture. In this one we will have the core switch or core. Let me draw here, I have switch here. Okay, I can say this is a gateway switch. Okay, gateway 1, and I am giving the name. You can give any name, we can give another name also. I am drawing 2 gateway. Okay, I am drawing 2 gateway. So from here we will have the ISP. Maybe this is a ISP router and we will have the ISP router here. Imagine this is a ISP 1. We are taking 2 internet connection from 2 different service provider. If this internet go down, maybe we will have this internet. That's why we are taking from the 2 internet service provider. You need to remember ISP means internet service provider, the guy who provide the internet. If you are in the India, you can say Airtel, BSNL and whatever the other vendor you have. If you are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, you will have STC, Mobile, Zain. Maybe if you are in Dubai, you have the Etisalat, the guy who is supplying the internet. Okay, that is nothing but ISP, internet service provider. After, so we will have, this is a gateway. We are saying this is a core layer. So here what we are using, maybe we can use in this place. Let me take different thing. In this place, maybe we will use in this place we can use layer 3 switch or router. Layer 3 switch or router, depending upon your organization, we can use whatever they need, we can use that one. Some guys are using router, some guys are using layer 3 switch. Same thing here also. After that we will have one more layer, that is known as distribution layer. Distribution layer we can call, or we can call like aggregation layer, both are same. So I am taking one example. We have the 4 switches. This is known as distribution. This is known as distribution layer. This will connect here, imagine, and this will be connecting one cable here, and maybe this is connecting here, this is connecting here, and if you see, this will connect to this way, this will connect to this way. You will have this will connect here, this will connect here. So this way, this is having the distribution layer. Here also maybe we can use layer 3, that is a layer 3 switch. Here also layer 3 switch, layer 3 switch, layer 3 switch. After that we have the access layer switch. This is access layer. Imagine access layer 1, access layer 2. We are going to discuss what is this one. Just I am giving the high level. After that we are going to discuss each and everything here. So this is access layer 4. I am saying this one, access layer 4, and this will be connected here. Imagine this one is connected here, this will be connected here, and this will connect here, this will connect here, and you have this will connect here, this will connect here, this will connect here. So here we will have the end device. Here we have the PC, printer, scanner, all it will connect to this access layer. So this one is known as access layer. So we need to remember this layer we are calling access layer. So what we are using? We are using core layer. We have, this is a core layer, this is a distribution layer. Another name for distribution layer is aggregation layer, and we have the access layer. So this is a high powerful layer 3 switch or router. This is a very much like expensive. This is a very expensive routers or switch we will use in this place. And in this one we will not do any configuration about the policy, or we cannot apply the ACL here. Only here the role of this core switch, the role of the core switch is to forward the traffic from our network to the ISP network. So this will be very fast, and we are sending our traffic to ISP. We will configure the default route here. In the coming classes we are going to discuss what is default route, what is static route, dynamic route. But now just remember, we will configure default route, we will send all traffic to ISP. So what we are saying, we have the three layer in a three tier architecture. That's why we are calling this is a layer 3 architecture. What we have, one layer we call as core layer, another layer we call as distribution layer, another layer we called as access layer. So here in the core layer, we will not do any policy configuration. Here only will be the routing will be there. We are going to do the routing and we will forward the traffic to our ISP. And here if you see this one we are calling, this is the distribution layer or the aggregation layer switch. In this one we are going to configure the policy, like we will apply the ACL. Maybe you don't know ACL, we are going to discuss in the coming classes, no worry. Maybe now you remember, we are going to apply the policy here, like this guy can access this one, this guy cannot access, that guy can do this one, this guy cannot do that one. Different types of policy we can apply here. We can apply the different security thing. Like what I can say here, if I give you example what we will do here, I can say like we will create the VLAN, we can filter the traffic, we can do the ACL in this one, and we can do the routing, and we can do the load balancing in this one. We are going to see that one. Now I am giving in the high level, and here this is known as access layer. This is a last layer, that is the access layer. Here our end device is going to connect. End device means our PC, laptop, and the printer, scanner, server, all will be connected. In this one we are going to configure the ACL, and we are going to configure the quality of service depending upon our requirement. And we can configure here power over Ethernet. Power over Ethernet also we are going to discuss. This is nothing but our device will get the power from the switch only. No need to plug separate power supply to our device. Okay, example, if you have IP camera or if you have IP phone, no need to put separate power adapter to our IP phone or IP camera. If we connect here, if you have this switch is supporting PoE, power over Ethernet, our device will power on directly. Okay, so what we are saying in this one, we have three layer. First layer is core layer, second layer is distribution layer, third layer is access layer. In access layer, what we can say, access layer is close to the user, because this is access layer 1, access layer 2 switch. We are saying this is access layer switch 1, access layer switch 2, access layer switch 3. Depending upon your organization, it will increase or decrease whatever the number of user you have. This is a just example to explain you. So what we can say, access layer is a one close to the user or the endpoint, because this is known as endpoint or the user. Access layer include the access to the devices, means from our devices can access from here only. Our devices can directly access from here, and we can implement here the security, like we can put the port security. We have the port security, still we did not complete. In the coming classes we are going to complete. I will give you overview. Imagine you have one switch here, okay, and this is a port fast Ethernet 0x0, and you connected your PC here, okay. Your laptop is connected always here. After working hours you you go to home, but another guy came and he connect the cable to your to his laptop, okay. So we put this port in the HR VLAN. So when he connected to this cable, he is able to access the HR VLAN, and we have the HR server here. This is a HR server in the HR VLAN. So all the HR data he can access, this guy, okay, because we did not put any security here. So we are going to put the port security. So with the help of port security, this port is going to disable if other MAC address laptop is connected to this place, okay, because we will have here your MAC address bind with this port. If other than that MAC address, if anyone connected to your PC, your cable, that is Ethernet cable connected to other laptop or other desktop, automatically this port will go down and he cannot access the any resources of the organization. And next day when you come, you will observe, you will complain to IT department you cannot access, and they will come, they will check, and they will do the troubleshooting, and they have the MAC address who tried to access this one, and they will put this port as down and no shut and no shut. They will put down and up, then it will start working. So that is a port security. Later we are going to do that one.